Okay, wanted to show you guys these air ionizers. These are the Clarifion, and this is a 6-pack. They sent these to me to check out. Super nice. Really impressed with these things and how they work. I've only been using them for a little while now, but they seem to be working really well. Here's the information here on the back as far as the voltage and the power wattage and all that. But yeah, really efficient. The 6-pack, you can get different ones, but I'm going to show you what it looks like, and I'll show you it plugged in as well. So this is the bottom part here, and there's a little light up underneath, or I guess you could use it as plug it in either way, this way or this way, depending on how your plug is set up. But there's a little tiny light, blue light up under here, and so that you can see it in the dark. As far as noise, I was curious on these as far as if it made a lot of noise or anything like that, but there's barely the faintest sound, and I had to basically stick my ear about this far away to hear the sound. So it's so faint. But I'm going to plug it in and show you what it looks like when it's all plugged in. But just to tell you kind of what it does, so this is going to send out the negative ions, and so there's always dust particles floating in the air. This is a filterless plug-in system, air filter type of a deal. So what it's going to do is send out the negative ions. So your dust particles that are floating around in the air, just all throughout the air, it's going to cause those to fall to the ground or fall down, so that there's not just stuff floating all throughout the air, the stuff you can't even see that you breathe in all the time. It's going to cause that to fall down and not just be floating throughout the air. So these are great for plugging in. That's why you get the 6-pack or more, because you can plug them in every room in the house or whatever. But let's go plug it in and show you what it looks like plugged in. All right, so this is what it looks like plugged in. You can see the blue light here. I've got it plugged in the bathroom. It doesn't take up a ton of space. You could plug it in this one or this one to, flip it around however you wanted to do it. But I'll shut the light off, and then I'll show you what it looks like in the dark. So here is with the light off. My camera light just came on. Let me see if I can fix that, but I may not be able to. Okay, got it fixed. So here's with it off. Just sends out the tiniest little blue light so you can see where it is. If it's in a hallway or something like that, you'll be able to see where it is at night, and you're not gonna break your neck or something walking around at night. You'll be able to see where it gives a little bit of a light. So, but these are going to put off, like I said, those negative ions, and it's going to cause all the dust particles and everything just to kind of settle, and you're not going to be breathing all that stuff in. So that's why these things are so good and why they're so important. And they just last forever. Not literally forever, but such a long time. So this is something that if you are getting like those little air filters in your house where you have to keep changing out the filter and that type of a thing, you might consider getting something like this where you don't have to constantly keep changing out a filter on it. And it's going to help just drop all those particles that are floating around that a normal air filtration system will have to catch, and you have to change those filters out. This is going to help it just drop down, not just be free floating all throughout the air. So check this out. This might be something that works for you. I would recommend, though, if you get these, to get the 6-pack or more, just because you're going to want to put them in every room and everything like that. So take a look at these. They've been working well for us.